Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In order to shed more light on the very important visit by the Somali president to Egypt, as well as the current status of Somali women and also African women in general, we're very much delighted to have with us over the phone Her Excellency Ambassador Suad Chalabi, former Assistant Foreign Minister. A very good day to you, Your Excellency. Ambassador Chalabi, can you hear me? A short break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back. Ambassador Suad Chalabi, former Assistant Foreign Minister, with us over the phone to tell us more about the importance of the Somali president's visit to Egypt, the status of Somali women and African women in general. A very good day to you, Your Excellency.
Good morning to you.
Ambassador Chalabi, how do you see the current status of Somali women in particular and African women in general?
It is very important to have relations with Somali, not only women but men also. I mean, Somali women are very important, of course, to link with Egyptian women, and because they are, first of all, Africans, Arabs, and Muslims. So the relations between Egypt and Somalia is very historical, is very strategic. They are members of the Horn of Africa, and we are related to all the countries in the Horn of Africa, in Yemen and Djibouti and Somalia, and all the southern Red Sea countries are very important, Eritrea and also in Kenya and Uganda. So
yes.
We are welcoming the president of Somalia in Egypt, Hassan Sheikh Mohammed, and we welcome also all the women, business women, and also the parliamentarians and the officials who are visiting Egypt, and we wish to confirm the importance of the relations between both countries.
Yes. Ambassador Chalabi, how do you see the importance of Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud to Egypt at this particular time?
It is very important, as you know, that this president, His Excellency Hassan Sheikh Mohammed, was the president during of Somalia during 2012 and 2017. And this is, he was re-elected for the second term with the support of his parliament. There was another president, Farmajo, between 2012 and 2017, who was not really very friendly with Egypt. He was more friendly with Turkey and Ethiopia. So we welcome Hassan Sheikh Mohamud as the new president who will restore the relations between Egypt and Somalia, which has been a little bit sidelined by the other president, the former president. But now we are starting to put initiatives, Egyptian initiatives, for the new relationships, historical, strategic, economic, because we want to restore the relations that had been. There had been an MOU signed between in 2015 between the Somalian authorities and the Egyptian authorities, and we would like to restore these relationships, health, education, agriculture, livestock.
Yes. This brings me to a question to you, Ambassador Chalabi. How do you see, or what are the prospects of cooperation between Egypt and Somalia?
As you know, Somalia has a very long beach, or how do you say, seaside. They have a lot of fisheries, a lot of connections with the lines of export and import of landlocked countries like Ethiopia, Kenya, and Kenya, of course, has Mombasa, but also Somalia has the ports that encourage the export and import of trade between Egypt and the African countries. So we can have a direct maritime line between Egypt and Mombasa, and between Egypt and Mogadishu, between Alexandria, and Suez, and Port Said, and these ports. We can also have a lot of investments in the fields of agriculture and livestock, because we have started already these economic relations, but now we need to strengthen them, and we need to open new initiatives in the field of fisheries, in the field of health. We can also help in manufacturing medicines, medications, and drugs, and vaccinations for the COVID and all the pandemic. We give them a lot of help in that field, and we can export fish and livestock.
Yes.
From Somalia.
Yes. How do you see the fact that women are empowered in Africa? How do you see the empowerment of African women, Somali women in particular, and how we can link that to the empowerment of Egyptian women?
So Somalia is now pushing to become a member of the East African community, which is one of the 5 regions in the African Union, and Egypt is part of the North African region. So the Somalia women could play a role as the mediators in the peace and security. They can play a role in business. They can play a role in economic activities, just like the Egyptian women in the North African region. So the 2 regions can survive and can look if the women in Somalia and women in Egypt can play a role in providing stability and security in their countries and in the region.
Very much, Your Excellency, Ambassador Suad Chalabi. And speaking of the empowerment of women, African women, we need to mention also and stress the empowerment of Egyptian women. In interesting news that went viral in the past 2 days, the first Egyptian astronaut, Sarah Sabri, to travel to space, that sent very positive waves to Egyptian women, to women in general. And we have a special report about Sarah Sabri and her journey to space. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us in this special edition. I'll leave you with the report, and stay tuned to Nile TV International. Engineer Sarah Sabri will join the New Shepard's 22nd space flight NS-22, operated by the American private aerospace manufacturer Blue Origin, as the first Egyptian to travel to space. Sabri, 29 years old, was chosen along with 5 others to fly to space on New Shepard's third flight this year, including entrepreneur Mario Ferreira, who will be the first person from Portugal to fly to space. The company said that the date of the mission will be announced soon. Sabri was quoted as saying, "I am honored to be representing Egypt in space for the first time. My ancestors have always dreamt big and achieved the impossible, and I hope to bring that back. This is just the beginning." She added, "I believe that sharing my experience with the world will motivate the younger generation of Egyptians to pursue education and help change the perception of women, showing the world what we are truly capable of." Sabri, the founder of the nonprofit Deep Space Initiative, which aims to increase space research accessibility, became Egypt's first female analog astronaut after completing a 2-week analog moon mission last year. Sabri earned her bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering at the American University in Cairo and her master's degree in biomedical engineering at Italy's Polytechnic University of Milan. She is also currently preparing for her PhD in aerospace sciences with a focus on spacesuit design, according to Blue Origin. Sabri's seat in NS-22 is sponsored by the Colorado-based nonprofit Space for Humanity, S4H, which is concerned with increasing access to space for all of humanity. Sabri will be the organization's second astronaut to fly on board the NS-22 after astronaut Kataya Echazarata last month.